Baine is in danger, and Lord Thamar has chosen his favorite Blood Knight to stop this. That's me. Will Baine be freed, or is he gonna be a hamburger? Does Thrall have an affair with Jaina? All this in 8.2's newest quest, Stay of Execution. In the newest episode of the war campaign, Baine's execution draws close, so you, team up with Thrall and Saurfang to stop it. The quest begins with us making our way into the Underhold, and Thrall gives us a friendly reminder to minimize our death toll, since I can't resist purging the undead. So with minimal interruption and only a few small casualties, we make our way into the second chamber. Here, there's Dark Rangers training, and well, I plan to distract them by demonstrating my ability to obliterate their captain. Of course, this isn't a fight to the death, this is a mere distraction. I hold back from purging them in divine light, and now I must make sure all these losers are fighting properly. You suck, but okay. Not bad. Perhaps if you held it like this. Please hit the target. Okay, all these rangers are okay at best. Peace. I rejoined with my boys, and then we met up with Jaina and Mathias Shaw. Although I'm inclined not to trust her, we gotta break out our boy together. So a few cutting words go back and forth, but we ultimately decide that this is a team effort, and we need to do this for not only the service of the Horde and the Alliance, but for Azeroth as a whole. Because what are we gonna do without our favorite boy, Baine? We get attacked by a few guards, but they are easily dispatched by our combined power. At this point, we stopped caring about sparing people's lives because clearly it doesn't matter. We make our way into the last chamber where we encounter some Orc Houndmaster lady. Well, after a long drawn-out fight with way too much HP and way too many times me completely fulfilling my attack rotation, we finally take her down. Now it's time to free Baine. Except we don't, because this lock takes 3 hours to pick, and the only man who's up to the job is Mathias. So naturally, we have to defend him. We are then ambushed by Magister Thrall, who creates an anti-teleportation force field. For whatever reason, we weren't really going to leave until Mathias finished this anyway. So we fend off the guards, destroy the crystals, and reluctantly engage Thrall. He's my Sunreaver brother. We were boys back in the Isle of Thunder. He gave me dailies. I did not want to have to do this. Oh, well, he ice blocks, so that's cool. Then we teleport out and watch a cutscene about Thrall and Jaina. Saurfang gives them the "go talk to your girl" eyes, and Thrall follows like a man. I'd prefer you to watch the cutscene yourself, but in a nutshell, it seems the Horde and the Alliance may need to defend Thunderbluff from Teldrassil Round 2. Naturally, Thrall and Jaina discuss the dissolving of the factions and hopefully coming to an agreement between the Horde and the Alliance once more, but the likeliness of this actually happening is pretty low, considering that every single time we've tried to do this in the past, we always end up trying to kill each other. And that's the end of the quest line, and now we must wait for more time gating until we get our next quest. Just like all the quests in BFA. In the next part of the video, I want to talk to you guys about a few theories that I might have considering the dissolving of the factions, if that's going to happen, or what we might see going forward. At the very top of the list, obviously BGs won't really be seeing too much change, as I'm sure we're still going to have our Horde versus Alliance battle, because that's the gameplay. I like to think about a player faction idea, and we've seen this kind of mechanic in multiple games, such as Albion Online and Black Desert Online, where we have some kind of faction created by the players. In this case, I would suggest 2 guilds would be needed in order to create a faction with each other. Factions can be at war, so that way they have some world PvP style combat, and perhaps they can fight for zones in war mode, sort of like what we have for Battle for Nazjatar, but on like a faction or guild v guild level. On the other hand, pre-made factions can exist for the player to join instead of being in the Horde and the Alliance. A couple examples could be the Earthen Ring, the Argent Crusade, maybe the Orcish Horde and the Human Alliance, maybe the Sunreavers, because you know that's where I would be, because I am a Sunreaver, I'm a Blood Knight, etc. The patch and story content would have quests related to the factions possibly warring with each other. This way we can create some kind of world PvP in the world where players who have joined these separate factions might have a chance to fight each other. Perhaps there could be some faction rewards and vendors, such as reputation or things along those lines. If not, the Horde and the Alliance would likely remain as the 2 main factors in the game, since this is what we're used to and this is what the game is basically built on. And in this case, we might have the option for the Horde and the Alliance to team up together to do PvE content. and keep all the PvP content strictly Horde versus Alliance. This would be a pretty good idea, considering that we can get more raid progress done as a server, opposed to having the two factions always be duking it out over PvE content. Obviously, in the arena and in BG content, Horde versus Alliance would remain, because, you know, what else would we be fighting against? I personally think that a dissolving of the factions would be kind of silly, since there's a lot of faction pride and faction identity in World of Warcraft, and that's a really important factor in this game. But having the option to represent more traditional factions as the Earthen Ring or the Sun Reavers would be really nice as well, because that way we could have more than just a tabard to represent which faction we think our characters belong to. I've always played my character as a Blood Knight, and I even still rock the tabard. This is something that I've always felt is a very close identifier for my character, so if I can have a better way to represent this, I would really appreciate that. However, I'm not going to ignore what Jaina did to the Blood Elves in Dalaran, so of course I would like a little bit of friendly battle, if you know what I mean, between the Alliance. That being said, all of this is only speculation, and we're not going to really see anything until the next expansion. Well, I hope I was able to entertain you with this video. If you like this video, leave me a like, or perhaps you could subscribe, which would be really cool. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see some more WoW related content, or just MMO related content in general, as well as some personal posts. And if you like this style of video, please leave me a comment, because I'm trying to do something new. Anyway, thanks a lot everyone. Have a great day. Peace.